Hi everyone, how are you all? This is Megan. I hope you are all well. I have just decided to leave a little video to show you how to use Kahoot. Now I know we have training on this, but maybe you wanted to revise something or maybe you had a question about something. I thought a little video might be helpful. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to create Kahoots. So let's go. Well, firstly, I put Kahoot into Google. Now, two websites come up, Kahoot.com and Kahoot.it. Now, Kahoot.it is the one that you give to your students to get them to play the game, whereas Kahoot.com is the one that you have your own account on. So I'm going to click this one because this is the one that we use to make our Kahoots and to make our games. Okay, so this is the home page. This is what it looks like. And I am just going to click Login. Okay, and this is what my page looks like. So in the middle, you have What's New. On the left, you have your own details. And on the right, you have your favorite Kahoots or all of the Kahoots that you like to use. Okay, so how do we make a Kahoot? Well, I'm going to go up to this purple bar at the top of the page. The two main ones that we need to know here are Discover and Create. Well, Discover is to search for existing Kahoots and Create is to make your own. Now, Kahoot itself has been running for quite a while at this stage, and there are thousands and thousands of resources up there already that everyday teachers have made, like ourselves. So if there is a topic that you're teaching that is something that, maybe might be relatively common, that we might teach every year, then there is probably definitely going to be a Kahoot up there on it. Okay. So, any topic, like literally any topic, pick a topic and search it. There should already be a Kahoot on it. So at the moment I'm teaching house vocabulary and I want to revise the kitchen vocabulary. So I'm just going to put kitchen in here to see what comes up. Okay, so as you can see we have kitchen safety, which is not really what I want to teach. Kitchen equipment, which is more like what I want to teach. Kitchen safety, again, not so much, and kitchen equipment, probably more what I want to teach. Kitchen utensils, kitchen safety, kitchen equipment. Maybe I want to be a little bit more specific, so I'm just going to put in kitchen vocabulary. Now you can choose your Kahoot based on the amount of plays on the right hand side. Usually the more plays the better, but this Kahoot is for A2 and my class is an A0 class, so I think that this might be too difficult for them. Also, the star means that it's your favourite Kahoot, so this one is one that I have done before and it is starred because it's one that I have favourited. Okay, I haven't used this one before, so I'm going to click on this one and see what this one is like. And it's quite near the top. It has quite a few views, so I would say it's a fairly good Kahoot. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is look at the answers first. There's two reasons for this. Number one, the answer might be in American English and you might be using British English, so you might want to edit that. Number two, I have viewed Kahoots for my level 4 classes and my level 3 classes on, let's say, the past perfect simple or the past perfect continuous, and the answers were actually wrong. So you need to maybe just check that yourself and just make sure that the answers are all right first. Okay, but it's very simple to do that. It's very, very easy to do that. And also, the people who have made these Kahoots are regular teachers. We're all humans and we all make mistakes, so it's really no big issue at all, but just to check the answers first. Okay, it's always a good tip. So you can check. So number one, what's this? Well, this is a bowl and that's the answer. It's ticked in green, and yeah, I think that's a bowl too, so I'm happy with that question. Okay, number two, what's this? Okay, so this is a good example. They say that this is a stove, but they also say that this is a cooker. Okay, I'm happy with that one too. Personally, I don't think I would say stove, but stove is another word that you could teach if you were teaching other versions of vocabulary topics, if you wanted to. So this particular teacher has ticked both boxes to show that there are 2 right answers, which would be great crack in class because everybody will be tapping. It's like, fastest finger first. So everyone will be tapping, and then that'll be a bit of crack. Okay, so then this is a dishwasher. Yeah, I would agree with that one. Okay, this is a fridge. Okay, I would agree with that. Okay, do you know what? I would agree with all of these, but this one is still causing me a bit of a sticking point, and I want to edit it. So how do I edit it? Well, I go back up to the top of the page, and here I have 3 little dots. I click on the 3 little dots. Now, I can edit or I can duplicate. Now, I can't edit this Kahoot because this isn't my Kahoot. So I am going to duplicate it. When I duplicate it, it means that I can now edit my Kahoot. So here I am now in my Kahoot page. These are all my own personal Kahoots, and this is where your Kahoots will come up. Okay, so this is now says duplicate of kitchen or furniture tools. Okay, well, I'm going to click into that one. Because it's a duplicate on my page, now I can edit it. So again, I click the 3 little dots, and now I'm going to click edit. Okay, so how do you edit a Kahoot? Okay, well, this is what it looks like. It does look a little bit like PowerPoint if you've ever used PowerPoint. So all of the questions or all of the slides come up on the left-hand side. This is the first question. What is this? This is a bowl. You can put up the picture if you want. You can put the amount of seconds that the students get to guess the right answer. And then you can choose your answer. You have to type in each individual answer. Okay, well, I was happy with this one. This wasn't the one I was wanting to fix. It was actually number 2. I was wanting to fix number 2. Okay, the question at the top, what is this? I'm happy with that. The photograph, I'm happy with that. But if I wasn't happy, I could remove it and I could upload another one. I will show you how to do that later. But for the minute, I just want to edit this one. Okay, in my house, we always called it a cooker, but maybe you guys disagree, so you can choose your own answer here. It'll depend on the teacher, whatever vocabulary topic they're most happy using. I would say cooker, so I am going to untick this box. That might also leave for less arguments in class if there's only one answer as well. And now, because I have unticked this box, I am now happy that cooker is the answer, and I'm going to click done. But let's say there was a word you wanted to remove altogether. You can just click on it and you can type in, let's say, okay, that was plate. So you can type in whatever you want there. Okay, we'll put plate back in. Okay, I'm just going to click done. And this is finishing my Kahoot for me. Now, my Kahoot is ready to be played or to be tested, but I'm not finished showing you Kahoot yet. So I'm going to click done for the moment. And that's my Kahoot, which I can now play if I want to. But I don't want to play it just yet. Now that I have explained discover, now I want to explain create. So let's say, for example, you're teaching one of the QQI topics that might not be as well known, or that might be a new topic for yourself. And maybe you've Googled it or you've searched it here in the search bar and you can't find the topic that you want to teach. So you decide to create your own. Okay, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine to create your own. And this is what comes up. Okay, so you have a couple of different choices here if you want to create your own Kahoot, as you can see. But the one thing I'm going to point out is this little emblem here in the top right hand side. It's a little crown. And if you see a crown on something, it means that you can't use it unless you've paid the subscription for Kahoot. So the version I have is free, and most people have the free version. I don't think that you need to pay for it if you don't. If you want to, obviously, you can work away and you can get more flashy Kahoots. But personally, I don't. So if you see this sign, it does mean just that you won't be able to use that particular app or that particular option. Okay, so I'm going to create a new Kahoot. Okay, and again, this is what it looks like. This is our PowerPoint-esque Kahoot maker. So you can click here to start typing your question. Okay, well, I want to revise kitchen vocabulary, so I'm going to say, what is this? Okay, now that means I can add an image here. Well, we have three options. We have our image library. You can upload an image or your YouTube link. So the YouTube link is particularly useful if you have a nice video that you want to use. You can put the link in here. Then you can change the amount of seconds that the students get to think about it. So maybe you want to make 90 seconds or 120 seconds after they've watched the video. And then they can choose the right answer. Okay. Well, actually, I'm going to use the image library first. Okay, the image library is the many photos that Kahoot have for your use, which is brilliant because they're all very high-def photos and they really are fabulous photos. But when you're searching for your photos, either here in the search bar or here under the topics, just remember that if it has this symbol of the crown, you can't use it unless you've paid to upgrade. Okay, so I am looking for a spoon. Because I want to teach spoons. So let's see, do we have spoons? I'm going to search. Okay, no, I can't use a spoon because all of these spoons I can't use because I haven't paid for it. So unfortunately, I can't use any of these pictures. Okay, so let's try something else. Let's try a frying pan. And let's see what comes up. Okay, are there any examples of a frying pan that I can use? Again, no, I can't. Okay, well that's fine. I am now going to go back into the images that they have here and I'm going to go to food and drink. I saw a frying pan in here earlier, which I'm going to use. So I'm going to scroll. Keep scrolling. There was a frying pan. Where is the frying pan? There it is. I knew there was a frying pan. And you just double click on it and the image comes up here. So what is this? So you need to give them 4 answers. So, okay, what is this? Well, we know it's a frying pan. So frying pan has to be one of the answers. Maybe you could say kettle. Maybe you could say frying pan. Maybe you could say pot to really confuse them. And maybe you could say fork. Okay, and that's your first question. Okay, then you can change the time if you want, and then you can change the points that it's worth. You also have to click the right answer. Okay, well, this is a frying pan, so you can click frying pan. Okay, so I'm going to add another question now. Now we have 2 options here. We can use the quiz question, which was the question that we have just made, where there are 4 possible answers, or we can give them a true or false question, which is a true or false question. Now there are other options here, but again, I can't use any of these because I haven't paid the subscription, but that's fine. We don't need them. Let's go for a true or false question this time. Okay, so click my answer. I can use a spoon to eat soup. Okay, now we're not going to go to the image library because we know we can't use an image from there. Instead, I'm going to upload an image. Now, this is an image that I had previously downloaded from Google. And here it is here, spoon. So I'm going to click open, and there it is there. So if anyone maybe wants a little bit of help, you just download it from there. So this is true, and click true here. This is, I use a spoon to eat soup, and this is true. Okay, now I'm just going to stop this video here and continue it in another video.